Welcome to Lone Oak Farm 17, episode 1, with me, MrSealyp. I've decided to heed my own advice and I'm going to go on a trip. Another one. Having just completed the road trip and finding out that EP's moved abroad to the US, I'm going to take a trip and go and see EP. The farm's good, we're midwinter, there's not really any jobs for me to do. The greenhouse has been delivered as payment. For the wood chips, I have put manure in it, I've put water in it, that's good to go. The farm will be looked after by the workers, they'll keep an eye on the animals, the sheep and the cows, but there's nothing else I can do now until spring. So I'm off. Head down to the main road, got a taxi coming, take me to the airport. I'm off to warmer climes, looking forward to it. I'll see you when I land. Well, I'm here, and the weather's not quite as good as I was expecting it to be. There's me saying, looking forward to warmer climes, and it's a bit wet. Although that said, air temperature's 0, ground temperature's 7, which isn't too bad at all, but it's just a bit rainy. I wasn't expecting this. Flew into Portland International, got the Greyhound bus to here. I have got directions, but I'm not 100% certain where I'm going. Seasons is on. And it is early spring, something to do with crossing international date lines and time differences and things. I think it's why the seasons all seem to be a little bit all over the place, but never mind about that. I'm going to pop into the diner. There's a diner right here behind me to get direction to EP's, because I have absolutely no idea where I'm going. So I'll have a chat in there. Well, that's something new on me. Steak and eggs for breakfast. Awesome. Right, now I need to find Oxygen View Road, something like that, and follow that down, and EP's is not far from there. What does this say? That's place names. Aha, there we go, Oxygen View. Now, it doesn't go that direction anywhere, so I must be going this way. I'm going to stick to the side of the road. Being that I'm from England, I'm not quite sure what side of the road I'm supposed to be on. I'll just take care and stay by the side. I think it's the best bet. Now, follow the road down. It's on the left, apparently. It's quite a way. I was told to keep an eye out for chicken coops. Apparently, Eustace keeps chickens. So, that's what I'm looking for. I hope it stops raining. Right, this looks like it could be it. Farm. That's a weird name for a road. Up here on the left should be a house. And there we go. It's EP's. I know I'm in the right place if there are chickens. And there are chickens. Excellent. Definitely in the right place. Did it say I could come for a cuppa? Here I am. I don't think he was expecting it so soon. Well, that's me up to speed. I know what's going on now. It's all very complicated. There's a land contractor, I think, quite reputable locally, has just bought a farm up the road. Does contracting work for all the other farmers all over the place. Jockey Inc. is the name of the company. He's looking for workers, and EP's just said it's one of those kind of short-term, long-term contract, whatever you want to do really. Come and do a bit of work while you're here for a week, a couple of weeks, stay for a month, stay for 2. If I stay any longer, I'm going to need a visa, I think, is how it works. But anyway, I'm not sure which way to go. I think it's this way. Yeah, just bought a farm. Lone Oak Farm, just up the road. And is looking for workers. Now, apparently, he's streamlining everything. The farm kind of went under He's bought it up and wants to try and make a bit of money on it, which is obviously what everyone wants to do. Minimal equipment, but I think some of the people locally aren't happy, only because he's kind of selling off equipment ready to start fresh, I think is how it's kind of panning out. So I'm going to go up, see if I can get a bit of work. We'll go from there. Actually, I've got a map. Let's have a look on the map. Where am I? Okay, right, keep going south. Past field 30, past field 35. Farms on the left. That's a bit of a walk actually. I'll keep the small map open so I know where I'm going. Fold the map up. I see buildings in the distance, in the gloom. Well, this is it. Up to the farmhouse. Let's see if I can get myself a bit of work. Well, that's me employed. Fantastic. How long have I been here? Not even 2 hours. Had breakfast, seen EP, got a job. Not bad going. My first job, I need to go down to the store. I think I just walked past the store, didn't I? I was by the diner. There's some equipment down at the store that needs to be sold. And then I think I've got some ploughing that needs to be done. Apparently, the field just over here, 45, 40... Anyway, it's just behind the barn here. So, off to the store, let's sell some equipment. So what's going to be happening is, I don't own this farm, I'm working with someone else. I'm going to be doing contracting jobs for the farmer. The farmer does contracting jobs for other farms around the area. Whether he will take on contracts from other people, I don't know at the moment. We'll see how that kind of pans out. As you can see, seasons is running. 3-day seasons. And I'm running the US Midwest Geo only because that's the only one for the US at the moment. There's supposed to be a Montana Geo coming out soon, which will be closer to Oregon. Unfortunately, the US Midwest one is the only one that's available at the moment, and obviously that's quite a bit further over. But anyway, not to worry. Down to the store, just so you're kind of aware. I've got this running on normal. And we're going to build this farm up. I think that's the best way to explain what's happening. Through various different contracts, jobs, anything we can do to make money. Off to the store. Happy days, the rain has stopped at last. And this is the equipment I think I've got to sell. So when Jockey Inc. took over the farm, there were 2 of these. 2 of these. 2 of these. Various headers and things, I think. I do feel a little bit like Jack and the Beanstalk, though. I've got to sell these, but I've got to buy another tractor. I hope I buy the right one. Don't come back with some magic beans. Right. Where do I need to take this to? Around here would be the place, I would assume. Oh, mind you, is it shut? That's weird. Does it open at a certain time? One of those will open. Don't know. Can I sell these? 145,000. Okay. No, I was told it would be open. Oh, that opens. Okay. Don't know. That's for servicing. I don't want servicing. I'm sales. Right, let's get rid of this. Discbines. I haven't really used those before. That's going to be something interesting to do. $102, that's not bad. Okay, so Jockey Inc. now has 313,000 in the bank. That's just from selling equipment. Now I've got to buy a tractor. Now I could spend a big chunk of that buying a tractor. The ones I just got rid of, or the one I just got rid of, the Case 1455 is 145 horsepower. So as long as I replace it with something at least 145, I'm okay. That's what I've been told. So the question is, without spending a huge amount of money, I mean, if I'm looking at, if I was going to replace like for like, that's going to cost 102. Well, I just sold it for that, didn't I? Deutz don't know. Let's have a look. Maybe they got something used, maybe. Oh, I could get a Puma, couldn't I? I think I'd get strung up if I got a Puma though. 192,000, and that's just bog standard. If I had to do anything to that, so more expensive. Let's see what else is available. No, they're all way too expensive. What else have we got? What have we got? What have we got? No, way too small. Very nice looking tractors, but a bit too small. Whoa, hang on, whoa, whoa, whoa. They've got a Schluter available. What's that? 150 horsepower. So that's 5 horsepower more. 37,000. That's all. So I've just sold one at 145,000 for over 102. For 37,000, I can get one with high horsepower. They've also got a Fiat Agri, 180 horsepower. For 33,500. Oh man. Don't want to do the wrong thing. I might get the Schluter, you know. It's not a bad price. Do I take the plunge? I'm going to do it, yeah. Why not? 150 horsepower tractor. For peanuts. Practically nothing, and it's got a front 3-point link, which is quite handy. It's an old little tractor, but surely I won't get in trouble for this. Surely it'd be bad to be fired on my first day, wouldn't it? That wouldn't be good at all. Now I need to work out a route back because I've walked everywhere so far. And I honestly don't know. Let's have a quick look, shall we? Where am I? I'm up here. So if I'm trying to get to the farm here, I can only go this way, past EPs, and then the way I walked. If I go this main route down this way, is there a way of cutting across? There's no road, is there? I don't know which would be quicker actually. Probably as long as it's short, really. I'll go this way. At least I know this route. Wrong side of the road again. Got to stop doing that. Right, back at the farm, beaking off. I need to find a plough because I've got a plough field. 40. Yeah, it was 45. Was it 45? Yeah, sure it was. It's a big field actually. Where's the plough likely to be? Okay, what we got in here? Harvester, headers, cultivator, windrower, header, fertilizer sprayer, spreader, seeder. Where's the plough? I can't remember. Hang on, I don't remember now. Over there, baler. I'm sure it's this one. There we go. So in my head now, I'm trying to work out how we're going to make money, and I'm assuming it's just going to be a case of grinding the fields, contracts for other farmers, any way I can make money. There's a lot of different textures and things on this map, which are absolutely fantastic. Okay, well. Don't think this opens out. Drop it. Make sure I get right to the edge. This is a very narrow plough, and interestingly, I'm ploughing this way, but the furrows are going the other way. Okay. Let's just check something. Hang on. No, that's as wide as it gets. That's something. I mean, this is a big field, and using this plough, this is going to take me a long time. Luckily for me, farm dogs come with me. Didn't have to spend too long in quarantine. I mean, literally minutes. But he's with me, so that's the main thing. So he'll just be barking at everything as he usually does. Right, I haven't done this strip this way. I think the rest of the field I'm going to go the other way. And we also get to go past the tree that the farm is named after. So cruise control on. I have to say, this Schluter is pulling this plough no problem at all. I'm wondering, what's the... Because it's a small southward, isn't it? Where there's a wider plough we could maybe get. Maybe have one delivered to the farm, because this is going to take... I didn't realise how big this field was. Plus it goes round the trees there and down the other side. This is what it's all about. Okay, now, because this plough doesn't turn over, I can't go back the other way really. I've got to go to the other end of the field, which is going to be a bit of a nightmare. I'll have a think about this while I'm playing, whether I can get another one. I have set the Schluter off with a worker, and it's taking a long time to do that field, as you can tell, so I've got an idea for that. Before I do that, this is what I'm talking about. My boss, being a land contractor, agricultural contractor, I'm now going to do a contract. I'm going to do a job on this field here, pays 2,247. I've said this so many times before, if it covers seed, fertiliser, wages, anything like that, it's worth doing these jobs. The thing about this being as well, my intention is to do as many different jobs on as many different fields as I can. If that includes ploughing on those kind of things, bring the prices right down so then you can start buying up the fields. That's the theory. Now, while I'm doing this, I was trying to work out why everywhere was so quiet. I didn't see many people about and there weren't many people in the diner. Of course it's American Independence Day, isn't it? I completely forgot. Happy American Independence Day, or just Independence Day, or July the 4th, or whatever you call it. Where you got independence from us pesky Brits in 1776, quite some time ago. How fortuitous that I have arrived on this particular day. I have come to claim back the Americas on behalf of Britain, one field at a time. No, I'm joking, I haven't really. Right, let's get this on. With seasons on, there's the time limit's still there, but realistically you don't get a time bonus, so it doesn't really matter. But I thought I'd get this contract done. So yeah, happy Independence Day to all the American subscribers out there. I hope you're having a fantastic day. I hope the weather's great, you're in fine party spirits. It's a long time. 1776. Wow. Is this the blue power? It might be, mightn't it? 27315 heavy duty. It looks like that slightly darker blue. Slightly darker and slightly metallic-y. But anyway, yes, my plan, because I don't have big horsepower tractors, and the plough's tiny, and to get bigger ploughs you need more horsepower, my other option is subsoilers. And I know in the US, subsoilers are kind of probably used a little bit more than furrow ploughs. I know furrow ploughs are and that's a generalisation, that's not, I'm sure people come and say, oh no, I use them all the time. Just from YouTube channels I'm watching on TV and stuff like that. I think furrow ploughs are more common in Europe, I think. I don't know, like I say, it's a generalisation, of course it is. So I'm thinking of getting a subsoiler. Now obviously the Culti plough that came with a big bud pack is expensive and large and probably isn't going to help very much at all. So I need a smaller alternative. I am also thinking, having said that I wouldn't go mad and spend all my boss's money on a bigger tractor, we have had a bit of a chat, and Jockey Inc. has decided it's probably not a bad idea. If we are going to sell bits off and try and work this farm up from nothing and try and get somewhere with it, we are going to need a slightly larger horsepower tractor, and he does want to stick with the case as well. So I think we're going to be getting a case Puma, which means I should be able to get a slightly larger plough or Culti plough, and I'm thinking, well, not Culti plough, a subsoiler. I have downloaded one which might work incredibly well, because at the moment I'm ploughing a 2 metre spread, I think it is, and it's taking so long. It's going to be nice coming back to kind of doing contracts, like in-game contracts, as well as, you know, subscribed ones. And like I say, this is my first episode on here. I appreciate all the subscriber contracts I've had in the past. Please don't just start flooding me with subscriber contracts. I've got seasons on, it's going to take a long time to get anywhere, and I'm going to try and build this farm up, so it's kind of not an old school kind of way of doing it, but there will be time for some. I will get some done, I will get some in, but like I say, that will all depend on what my boss wants me to do. If he wants me to work on his farm, we'll be working on his farm. If he wants me to do contracts for other farmers around the area, we're going to be doing contracts on the fields. What contracts he takes on and gives to me to do, that's up to the boss man. We shall see. Anyway, we'll get this done, and then we'll get over to the store and let's sort out getting something. It's going to do that field a little bit quicker, I think. We need to, otherwise it's going to take me days. I'll see you at the end of this contract. Nearly there. Not bad. 2,247. Ah, that says pounds. Hang on. That's better. I have dollars on now. And kilometres rather than miles. Right, well, that's one job done anyway. I now need to sort this tractor out. What I'm going to do is we're going to sell the other case. We sold one case and we bought the Schluter. We're going to sell the other case and upgrade. Actually sell. We're going to upgrade. Trade in, whatever you want to call it, for the bigger case. And let's sort out, for the time being, because that one's ploughing, I'm going to keep hold of that for the moment. and then we'll get the other one. So I'm going to go and get the case. I'm going to whiz over to the store, and I'll see you at the store once I've got there, I think. Oh, the shutters are all open now. I wonder what time it opens then. That's a bit peculiar. Right. Big changes for episode 1. But we are upgrading, not just changing manufacturer completely. So, sell that one. Although the money's looking rather good. Go around to the store. Don't need to, could have done it on my tablet, but that's fine. Tractors. Let's scroll across. Let's upgrade this case to not the Optum, no, that's too big. The case Puma CVX. I do want front loader attachment, yes. Engine setup. I want the Puma 240, which is 270 horsepower, very nice indeed. Standard, wheel weights, wide tyres. I think I might just go with standard for the time being. 215,000. I'm going to do it. Okay, now this is what I'm talking about with regard to cultivators. If I scroll across, you've got the Culti plough from the Big Bud pack. That's an 8 metre plough for 82,000. Now, subsoiler prepares fields for the next sowing. It can be used instead of a plough, so it will give you the same ploughing state. Now, if you go into ploughs, as you go up, you notice like 180 horsepower. It's only a 3 metre width. For a 4.9 metre, 240 horsepower requirement. For a 6.2 metre, 300 horsepower, and so on. But if you go to the Coon DLC, which is under cultivators, it might be. Yeah, under cultivators. If we go to the Coon pack, you've got the Coon DC401, and that's a subsoiler, and it says it prepares fields for the next sowing. It can be used instead of a plough. That's a 4 metre width, and it only costs 10 grand. Only requires 130 horsepower, which is pretty good. The good thing with that one as well is you can attach other implements behind it, I think, or in front of it, or whichever way around. But what there also is, if I scroll across, is this little beauty, Religieux Freres, the Weba 6 metre. This is by Blacksheep modding, and it's a subsoiler. So it says with the plough you can prepare fields for the next sowing and create new fields. Now this is a subsoiler, but it's in the obviously the ploughing section. 17,000, and it's a 6 metre, and it only requires 180 horsepower. That's a no-brainer. Now this can go on the front or back, I think, as well, which means you can subsoil and plough, and then maybe even seed or cultivate or whatever you want to do on the back. So you know what? I'm getting one. I'm getting one of those. What we're going to do now is test this little beauty out. So you've got 3-point link there and 3-point link there, which is the same. You can either have it on the front and plough forward with something on the back of the tractor, or you can have this on the back of the tractor attached there with something behind this as well. So you know what, let's check it out. New case tractor as well, bigger horsepower. I assume this folds up at the back, I hope so. It does. Let's get this over to field 45 and give it a run out. If it works fine, then we can get rid of the other plough, and that'll be something back towards it. I can go. Oh yes, that was, I think. I might have said I found a shortcut. I don't think it's really. Once there are crops in the fields, it's not going to be a shortcut at all. But down this road a little way, I think as I was driving past, I thought, oh, I wonder. But it's going to require a gut on the wrong side of the road again. Oh, that has to stop. Has to stop. I need to find a gate. I assume it's further along, probably the other end of the field. Which actually, once I do that, isn't going to gain me very much at all, because I'll be almost at the turning point anyway. Anyway, those fields across there, if you cut between the two bits of forest just over that direction, you can cut through there. There's a little river and like a culvert. You can go across that. Oh, actually, I'm going to go that way. Why not? Let's open this gate. if I can find it. There's a little bit, there goes, there's a little river runs across the middle here. There's a little crossing point. And up through the trees at the end just here where it's a little bit clearer. You can see the farm. Now what will probably happen as well on this Let's Play is that if I do any contracts on fields off screen, I will show the screenshots of the start of the contract and the end of the contract, and also I'll keep a sort of a tally on how many missions I've done in game. So whenever I come back on, if I have done the off screen, there'll be kind of proof that I have, and it won't be a bit, you know, it won't be dodgy in any way, shape or form. Don't get me wrong, this tractor has done an amazing job. It's just taken a long time doing it. So let's open this out. See what texture it gives us. Whether it will give us a ploughing texture because it's in ploughs, or a cultivated one because it's a subsoiler. I don't know. Let's see what it does. Ploughing texture, nice, and that's fairly quick as well. So that's 3 times the width of the one I'm using already, which means it's still get done 3 times faster. Plus it's moving quicker across the ground. That's worth its weight in gold. For a 6 metre plough, 17,000. That's brilliant. So once that tractor's done these two, probably a couple of strips now, that plough can be sold that Salford, realistically. What I'm going to do though, is set this off to work on here. Let's get this field sorted. I am surprisingly, I mean, I'm very pleased with that, and the fact you can attach something on behind it as well gives you a lot of options. I mean, I could be spreading behind all sorts of stuff. Yeah, I mean, the mind boggles. Not a bad start though. What we'll do, let's take another one this way, give me a bit of turning room. So a bit of time has passed, not too much. The other side of those trees is done. That was just ploughed. I used the front Weba on the back. And then I suddenly thought, I'm not sure whether the seeders I've got will seed directly into a ploughed field or whether it has to be cultivated. I wasn't sure. So I went to the barn. In the barn we had the Vogel-Newt cultivator. That we already had. That's also 6 metres. Again, how fortuitous. So 6 metre front subsoiler, 6 metre cultivator. I could have put the subsoiler on the back and then this on the back of that, whichever way around. So I'm now ploughing, subsoiling and cultivating all in one hit. And it's actually working incredibly well. I did buy a front weight, one of the Hauer front weights, and I thought I'd put it all on the back, and then there didn't seem any point. The only thing I'm concerned about is how it's just carrying on regardless. Yeah, okay. Let's keep an eye on that. But it's working, and that's the main thing. I can go over and then cultivate the rest of this. That's not too much of a problem either. But I'm happy with that. And with that, delight, we've come to the end of our first episode. Now it's leaving a little plough bit. That is a worry. Just keep an eye on that. I think I didn't leave enough of a gap, an overlap, I think, when you hire a worker, because I turned it round. I need to make sure I leave enough of an overlap. Right, let's try that again, shall we? Yeah, anyway. Yeah, so episode 1 on Lone Oak Farm 17. This should work a bit better. An Independence Day special, if you want to call it that. I hope you've enjoyed it. It's the first of a new Let's Play. We'll be trying a few things in different ways and seeing how we get on. We're going to be building the farm up from scratch. I haven't brought any money with me. Just what I had in my pockets when I arrived. That's kind of the plan. So lots of contracting. I may do a load of forestry. I may do a load of wood chips. Anything I can do to make money. We'll gradually build up our machinery. And we'll see if Jockey Inc. is happy with me at the end of the day. And maybe I can extend my my contracted period. We'll see how that goes. But if you have enjoyed it, give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.